Hey everybody, JM Manion here, NPC News Online. We're at the NPC Photo Gym doing the Road to the Arnold with
Brittany Campbell, IFBB Figure Pro.
All right, so Brittany, we want to get people to know you a little bit better. How many years have you been competing?
My journey started back in fall of 2013. I competed in my first NPC show, and I did a bigger show, then a bigger show, and then I went to Junior Nationals. After Junior Nationals, I turned pro at Team Universe in 2014.
It's just the universe, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, it was
Actually,
it was Team Universe then.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Then they changed
They
it.
changed it since then.
So, so you did Junior Nationals in 2013 or 2014?
2014.
Okay.
I did them about 3 or 4 weeks apart.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what got you into competing?
Well, I was active duty military in Killeen, Texas, and when you score a certain score on your PT test, you don't have to go to PT in the morning. So I still wanted to work out, so I found a gym to go to that was closer than driving on post, and that's where I was introduced to Terrence Williams, who was a bodybuilding coach, and I was just looking for that next push physically, and it was saving me time from having to go on post, and there was a show coming up, and we prepared for that in 6 weeks, and I've been competing ever since. Mm-hmm.
Well, give us a little background, like, okay, so you get your IFBB Pro League qualification at the Team Universe.
Yes.
How long did you wait until you did a pro show?
So the Olympia happens in September, and so there were girls that were already pro getting points for that Olympia. So the first thing that we did was we contacted our state chairman of Texas, and we asked what's the next step to take. And we were given the advice to compete as close as we could for our pro debut, but we competed that same year right after the Olympia. So while the Olympia was going on, I was in prep for the Phoenix Europa, and that was my first show. And so I competed maybe 3 weeks after the Olympia and started accumulating points toward the next Olympia, and I did qualify for it.
So you've been in the Olympia how many times?
This will be my 4th trip. I'm qualified right now for this year, so this will be my 4th trip.
Isn't it exciting?
Super exciting. It doesn't get old. Mm-hmm.
So now, have you, the Arnold?
Yes.
So have you done?
This will be my 3rd Arnold. Yes.
Okay. So that's, that's good because a lot of people don't get to go to that all the time, being the invitational.
Yeah, it's still amazing. Like to see your name on the list is still a shock, even the 3rd time, just as much as it was the first time. And I'm honored to be there and just to go and compete.
So with the Arnold and the Olympia, they bookend the year.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us some of the other contests you've done, other shows you've done well in, and different things like that.
Well, one thing that I had the opportunity to do as soon as I turned pro was compete all over the country. I wanted to get different looks from different judges. So I've competed in Atlantic City, Phoenix, in California, in New York, and that's where I got my first pro win. And so I've actually been to cities where I had never been just to compete, but it got us different looks, and that's one thing about the IFBB, and now it's growing. There's opportunities overseas to go and compete, and so we got out there. I think I did 6 pro shows my first season, but I wanted to go coast to coast and get different looks, and that worked out well for me.
And you get different competition too, because a lot of times competitors seem to kind of stay in their area.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And they don't really go to a different, like you don't see like a lot of people from like say the Southwest competing over here in like the Northeast.
Yeah, but I would recommend getting out there if, like I said, the advice that I got was to stay as close as I could for my first show, but after that we really stepped out and went coast to coast, and I would recommend it to do.
Once you got a taste for it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And it's fun to compete against different people.
Oh yeah, every show has a different feel, different promoters run the show slightly different, and I will tell you, I've got so many good memories with so many competitors that, I could write a book, but it's been fun, a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to ask, you were talking about being one of the taller competitors.
I am. Mm-hmm.
And I can see standing next to you.
I am.
How tall are you?
So I'm 5'7", and maybe a little change, but at least 5'7".
But with heels.
Yeah, and it's always been that way. Even as an amateur, I'd be in one of the taller classes, but in the NPC, you compete with your height class. And so I was always around the talls, so to speak, but now on the pro level, you don't know who's gonna show up, and it's just open, and so.
Well, did you ever find it funny, like, there's somebody next to you and you go, Oh,
Let me tell
I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hi.
And to see yourself on stage, when you look at the stage pictures and you're next to somebody that's maybe 5'2", you know, it's tricky. So, but
So, is there anybody? So you think you are the tallest out there?
one
right now?
of the tallest. So I've
Okay.
been competing. I got love from a tall girl. So I've got. There's a few. Heather Dees was taller. I competed with her recently in October. You had like a Jennifer Strovo that was a little taller. Martina out of Canada, she's a little taller.
Yeah.
And so I got love from a talls. And so you know them when you see them. So yeah, I just think it's good. There's so much more to see on a taller physique, but it is tough sometimes standing next to someone shorter.
Yeah. Now, after the Arnold, do you have any plans, or are you just you focusing on that first?
So right now I'm just focused on the Arnold, but I am qualified for the Olympia. So everything
Which
that
makes
I
it
do,
a little easier.
but I'm focused on that
Right.
Olympia. And so everything that I do from the day I leave Ohio until September is to get me in a good place for the Olympia. Whether or not I'll compete, we haven't decided yet, but every day matters up until
Right.
that point.
And with the lot of the international shows and stuff, have you done any of those yet?
I have not. I would like to, but I haven't yet. But I'm glad that the opportunities are there.
Yeah, because like you were saying, competing different places here in the States,
Yeah.
you know, there's also those opportunities. which
Yeah, I
seem to be-
definitely want to get out there for sure.
Yeah. All right. So is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to, that you want to thank?
Yeah.
Or anybody you want to trash talk?
No,
or...
no. There are so many people that.
No, you could trash talk them.
No. And I always say this,
You
that,
just said there were so many people.
that I love.
I know, I cut you off.
So when I compete, and I've said this before, that a win for me is a win for us all. And the people that I'm referring to, I call them like my tribe. And they've been there with me from my very first amateur show until now. And so at the top of that, you got my coach. His name is Terrence Williams. He's the only coach I've had. And Jodi Sturgeon has made every suit I've ever worn. And now she's shipping them to me from Germany because her husband's in the Army. And
Well, what's the name of her company? Or is it just...
Figure Suits by Jodi.
Okay.
So she's on Instagram and Facebook, but Jodi Sturgeon is her name. And she's
Okay.
been a sweetheart in sponsoring me and helping me out. And we've got a really cute suit coming for the Arnolds I'm really excited about. Total Tan, they helped me to get my color right pre-contest, which is really important, taking care of your skin going into a show. I've got my church, Destiny, that prays for me and encourages me, and my parents, they are the best. My mom has been to every show that I've ever done.
Oh, that's great.
Every single show. And so my parents will both be there, Army veterans too. And so that's kind of my tribe and my teammates and my family and friends in Killeen, Texas. Just make this
Now,
really special.
you said about Terrence, if someone wants to train, how can they get hold of him?
So Terrence Williams is Terrence D. Williams at Yahoo. You can also see him, like if you go on my Instagram, Team Williams Fitness on Instagram and Facebook, you can find him.
Good. Yeah, because I just want to make sure that people knew.
Yeah. But he's been to every show too, and so when you see me backstage, like, that's us, we're working, and when we have clients in amateur shows, we team up and make sure that they're stage ready. So we also have a lot of clients with shows coming up in Texas in the NPC that we're excited about. So the people in Texas will see us backstage there too.
Good. All right. Well, I want to thank you for your service.
No, thank you.
Also, I'm looking forward to seeing you on stage at the Arnold.
Yes.
Wait, how many days? Because you're Friday, right?
Yeah,
So
we're just under,
What, 20?
right about 20.
20 days.
Yeah.
So actually, it would be, what, 3 weeks? Because this is Friday, and you compete on
I
Friday.
compete on Friday, so we're 3 weeks.
3 weeks out. We're actually 3 weeks out, so
Yeah.
there we are. Okay. Wow, that's coming up quick.
coming up
I just
quick.
thought about that as we're standing here. I'm going, oh yeah, you compete Friday, and then it's all done. So, all right. Well, this is J.M. Manion, and
Brittany Campbell, IFBB Pro.
we're signing off.
If you'd like to continue following my journey, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter at GoFigureBrittany. It's GoFigure, BRITTANY.